ultimately forgotten about, disappearing from the official
I feel like that movie had a whole bunch of potential though. That movie like it had a lot of potential. They always throwing away most the ones that had the most potential to blow up. Why? It's a bunch of dumbasses in the damn in the film industry, bro. They always think that think that their ideas don't work, but the ones that they feel like it's not gonna work always be the ones that work at the end of the day, bro. Keep y'all fucking ideas, bro. Like what's the point? Damn. Yo, what's good? What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Q1CB. I'm back with another motherfucking reaction video. You know what I'm saying? Today's one I'm going to be reacting to top 20 Lost Kids film by Blame It On Jorge. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not George, it's Jorge. You know what I'm sayting? Shout out to the person that told me to react to this. Shout out to y'all, because y'all was like, y'all gave me a couple channels. Y'all got a couple channels. Y'all gave me a couple channels. That had good lost media footage. Like Bam on Jorge was one of them, and I think LQ Supersonic Q something like that. It was some more video channels that y'all recommended to me to react to more like the real lost films and shit, like lost media and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man. You like to give a thumbs up, you don't give a thumbs down, kind of. Why? I mean, okay, that's you too. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Super Squad. Let's get straight into this video. Let's see what this video talking about. For a screen, let's get it. Please stand by. Top 20 Lost Kids films. Number 20.
A Tin Toy Christmas. This film was supposed to be the Christmas special to Pixar's Tin Toy film. It was also supposed to show that Pixar could make full-length films before they did with Toy Story. In fact, Pixar was on the verge of bankruptcy at the time, and the film was shelved away due to budget issues. John Lasseter was the one to rework the film into what is now known as Toy Story. Some elements from A Tin Toy Christmas was inherited by Toy Story, such as the plot of Tinny being put to storage, a concept used for Jessie in Toy Story 2, and the ending of Toy Story taking place during Christmas.
19.
Freaky Flickers. Freaky Flickers: The Quest for the Golden Flicker
was
a movie based on the Freaky Flickers toy line.
Oh, no,
it was a CGI animated film about Arg the Pirate and his crew of flickers, who were on a quest to find the rare golden flicker. It was originally supposed to be a 2005 television series, but was eventually developed into a full 90-minute movie in 2009.
Low-key, that one never made it on no damn TV show. It's more of a game. It's like a game to me. I never knew that it was gonna be a TV show. That shit. It could have been a good game, but not a TV show. What's the video?
The food fight. The film was stolen by supposedly Peter Gardner, one of the writer's associates, and a creator of the original toy line. Even the film equipment and backup hard drives were stolen. The writer, Carrie Howe, stated, "As I write this, the film is in the hands of the lawyers, but the odds of it ever seeing the light of day are near zero. It has never been officially verified as to whether Peter committed the crime or not."
Damn, stolen.
Big Bug Man.
You wanna know what's so crazy though? A lot of stuff that we think is original, it's not really original. Like all the stuff that we see, like that's in the mainstream. This original idea, that's not the original idea. It was a copycat, a copy, and they just rearranged it and made it their own way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be stealing a lot of people's ideas out here, bro. That's why you gotta copyright your shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
This film was about a factory worker named Howard Kind, who after being bit by a number of bugs, becomes a superhero known as Big Bug Man.
That's the
The
delay
film
right
is
here.
known for being Marlon Brando's last film before unfortunately dying on July 1st, 2004 due to respiratory failure. It was pushed back to 2006, then 2007, 2008, and on before its release date became unknown.
17.
My Peoples. My Peoples was a Disney film developed in the late 1990s by Barry Cook, co-director of Mulan. The film involved
Mulan's
two
my
rival
shit.
families, the Harpers and the McGees, whose children, Elgin Harper and Rose McGee, fall in love. In order to stop this, Old Man McGee creates
It's like some damn Romeo and Juliet type shit. Y'all know that what's the family's name? Juliet's family and Romeo's family. What was their last names and shit? I forget their last names.
potion to erase Elgin's memory. The potion instead causes Elgin's dolls to come to life, and it's up to the dolls to get Elgin and Rose together. 5 months after directing Mulan, Cook began working on this project, but was turned down by Michael Eisner and Thomas Schumacher. After David Stainton replaced Schumacher as the head of animation, he gave the film a chance, but he wanted some things to be changed, and Cook didn't like this. He obliged, but the film was scrapped in favor of Chicken Little.
I say it's the graphics.
Electric Piper. The Electric Piper was a 2003 Nickelodeon movie. It was an adaptation of the Nickelodeon show The Pied Piper.
I think I remember this.
The plot involved a guitarist named Sly, who uses the power of music to drive away rats from a town called Hamlin. After the mayor refuses to give Sly his reward, he takes his revenge by convincing the town children to run away with him. The movie aired a few times on Nickelodeon.
Right.
It was never released onto VHS.
I remember seeing something like this when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing something like this. Yeah, I was like, I knew I saw this show looks so familiar. This is a video.
Only 3 clips of it was resurfaced onto the internet, one of which was taken down. It is unknown if anyone has a full copy of the movie.
The owner probably dead and shit. 15.
Freddy Cats.
Freddy Cats.
Freddy Cats was a film about 2 spoiled household pets, a cat named Oscar and a cockatoo named Carino. When the neighbor's pet gets kidnapped, Oscar becomes a suspect, and it's up to the 2 to clear Oscar's name and find the real culprits. The film began production in 2004 and was supposed to be released back in 2009.
It's like a children's book.
However, the film was put away in 2005 because it was unsure whether or not it could be marketed to a general audience, let alone children. The film has stayed that way since.
That's 17 years ago. I was 10 years at the time. 14.
The 1939 Alice in Wonderland draft. Alice in Wonderland was a film planned to be released by Disney back in the 1930s. This draft contained more of a gritty artwork and a darker tone. This made it harder to animate at the time. And
I better say, but I say, ain't this Alice in Wonderland movie that's up right now? What's the video?
Because of this, the draft was put off until 1951, when the film was redone and released. Since then, the original draft from the 30s has yet to surface online, but a few screenshots exist.
Annie. I can't look at stuff like that. 19.
Garfields Judgment Day. This Garfield special was supposed to be Jim
Garfield.
Davis's best and most grand Garfield special yet. It included more darker themes and a serious tone, like a tornado destroying Garfield's hometown. Around 15 minutes worth of animation was finished, as well as several songs and all the voice acting. The special was canceled because the production studio thought the film was too dark for Garfield. Davis tried.
Or the person who probably made it trying to put some shit up in that the people don't want us. Look, this thing is one thing about cartoons. They put like subliminal messages and shit in the cartoons and shit. You know what I'm saying? The creator probably put some shit in the film, the part that they don't want us to see. You know what I'm saying? That's the video.
to script the special twice more, but the studio showed no interest both times. The story was eventually incorporated into a Garfield picture book of the same name in July 1990. The only time the film has ever been shown was a brief sneak preview in a documentary titled Happy Birthday Garfield that aired on CBS in 1988. Besides that, nothing else has seen the light of day. Innie and Outie. Nickelodeon ran a series titled Short Films by Short People, where kids can submit ideas for short movies to be played on Nickelodeon, one of which was called Innie and Outie. It was about two friends, whose faces would form into belly buttons as they would go watch a movie for the afternoon. The film used the belly buttons of actors, with facial features drawn to simulate speech and actions like drinking. It was rumored that the Paley Center for Media had a copy of the film. That, and the film being listed on Howard Huffman's About Me page, are the only known sources for the film's existence. Ah Real Monsters the movie. By the time Ah Real Monsters was coming to an end, a movie for the series was planned to be released. However, it was canceled before release for being too dark. The film remained in obscurity until it was briefly mentioned back in 2009.
What's this?
Because of
Little
this,
Monsters?
and the fact that the plot was never released, rumors began to spread about the movie's existence.
It was my
Fans
show.
claim to have seen bits and pieces of the film, though no footage exists online.
Hey, only a real person remember this show, you know what I'm saying? I also remember Berleezy exposed to show. Berleezy exposed to this show, bro. On my mama, bro. Berleezy exposed to the show. But this show was good when I was a kid, bro. It was good. You know what I'm saying? Man, this was a video. It was some ugly ass creatures, though.
Kingdom of the Sun.
Oh, man.
Before being reworked into The Emperor's New Groove,
that was my
Kingdom
shit.
of the Sun was a musical made to be released back in 2000. The plot involved an 18-year-old llama herder named Pacha, who meets the emperor of the Incan civilization known as Manco. They both realize that they sound the same, so they decide to switch places. Pacha has power for once, and Manco has freedom for once. There's also an evil sorcerer named Yzma, who plans to block out the sun in order to summon a dark force called Supa, but is eventually killed by our main heroes. The film was delayed several times by executives before being reworked into a more kid-friendly, non-musical Emperor's New Groove. Only a few scenes from the original has been leaked online.
9.
Where the Wild Things Are. Before the 2009 film adaptation of the same name, there have been many attempts to make the 1963 novel Where the Wild Things Are into a movie. In the 60s and 70s, a few attempts were made but never got past pre-production. In 1983, John Lasseter did an animation test based on the novel. The plan was to have 2D animations of characters in a 3D world. The animation was showed on the Disney Channel, and some can be seen on YouTube. Before cancellation, Lasseter created more parts of the film that have yet to be seen. Universal Studios attempted to bring the novel to film in 2001, where it would be entirely done in 3D. Universal canceled the project for unknown reasons, despite it being almost halfway done. None of the Universal film has been leaked either. The Search for Mickey Mouse. The Search for Mickey Mouse was a 2002 Disney film about when Mickey gets mouse-snapped. Minnie hires Basil of Baker Street from the Great Mouse Detective, and it's up to them, Donald Duck, and Goofy to travel around the world to find Mickey. The game also come across one character from every single Disney film released at the time. The film didn't receive any new information until 2005, when it was announced that it would be released in 2012 as Walt Disney Animation Studios' 50th animated feature. When the time came, and
but why it took that damn long to do that shit? It took 8 years? 7 years? 8 years? How many years to release it? And people gonna forget about it at the time, bro. Like, hell no, bro. Release that motherfucker when it's relevant. You know, it's kids in this motherfucking. Yeah, that's what's video.
It became Walt Disney Animation Studios' 50th animated feature.
I remember that.
It was unclear if the project was still alive or completely canceled.
Right.
There is no footage or any screenshots of the film at all. Food Fight, the original version. The infamous film Food Fight was panned by critics for its unfinished-looking CGI and sexual innuendos. This was because the film was rushed into completion after the hard drive that contained the original version was stolen. That version was also developed by Threshold Animation Studios and costed somewhere between $45 to $70 million to make.
Damn.
The movie was supposed to showcase Threshold as the next generation Pixar.
Right for the same 3D.
Unfortunately, after the hard drives were stolen, Threshold had to start over from scratch, resulting into the movie being delayed for a decade, and the company losing most of its hard work and money. Damn. It's unknown whether Food Fight would have lived to its hype, but the original trailer did show better animation. The hard drives that contain 60% of the original film remains lost to this day.
Damn. There's a lot of lost and stolen
American Dog.
Media.
This Disney film was about a dog named Henry, who stars in his own show about his adventures as a secret agent. One day while filming, something goes wrong and Henry blacks out. He awakens on a train in the Nevada desert, 2,000 miles away from his home.
No, that's how
it's up to Henry and some friends along the way to either make it back home or find a new one. If the plot sounds familiar to you, it should, because this film ultimately became Disney's Bolt. What happened was American Dog was considered too bizarre for children, so the film's writer Chris Sanders was kicked off the team, and the film was later reworked to Bolt. This caused Sanders to leave Disney completely, and the only known footage of his work is a small test screening video of American Dog.
That's why you gotta be careful who you work with in the industry.
Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie.
My shit. Love this show.
Hey Arnold, the Jungle Movie was supposed to be the theatrical film for the series, but instead Nickelodeon decided to go with Arnold Saves the Neighborhood, or simply just Hey Arnold the Movie. Despite the film being unsuccessful, Nickelodeon still wanted to release the Jungle Movie, but the film's director Craig Bartlett walked out on the project, resulting in Hey Arnold's cancellation. At the time, Craig refused to give details about the movie away, though some speculation can be made based on his various interviews and online chats about the film. The plot was made out to be something like this. The whole class, now being in 5th grade, goes on a trip to San Lorenzo in Central America, where Arnold's parents are rumored to live in. The gang meets the mysterious green-eyed people who semi-worship Arnold and Helga, believing that Arnold is divine, and impressed with Helga's ferocity.
That covers that damn head.
La Sombra, a character from the episode The Journal, was the main antagonist of this film, as the leader of a gang of pirates after a sacred relic called La Corazon. Arnold and Helga's relationship was also going to be complete by the end of the film.
Helga used to love us.
It's also worth noting that if Arnold finds his parents, he would have stayed in San Lorenzo. However, Craig mentioned in the past that they never decided on whether Arnold should stay in San Lorenzo or not. Fans have rumored that the Jungle Movie was finally being worked on again, ever since Craig announced that he wanted to work on his new show Sky Rats before becoming reinvested in Hey Arnold. However, the revival of the film has not yet been confirmed by Craig or Nickelodeon.
Like Tarzan type of jump.
Okay, Buster. Hand it over.
Film Degrees at Full Sail University puts the tools in your hands to develop your artistic vision and become a creative story.
Newt. This film was supposed to be Pixar's 14th, but ended up being their only canceled film. It was planned to be released back in 2011, but was pushed to 2012, and then canceled, only to be replaced by Brave in the same year.
Oh, man.
Despite the film's near completion, and the traditional Pixar eggs, Newt was ultimately forgotten about, disappearing from the official
I feel like that movie had a whole bunch of potential, though. That movie, like, it had a lot of potential. They always throwing away the ones that had the most potential to blow up. Why? It's a bunch of dumbasses in the film industry, bro. They always think that their ideas don't work, but the ones that they feel like it's not gonna work always be the ones that work at the end of the day, bro. Keep y'all fucking ideas, bro. Like what's the point? Damn, that shit could have blew up. It looked like it had potential. About this video.
It is the encyclopedia, and lacking any new updates concerning its release. Gary Wrightstrom and Leslie Caveney were originally writing this film, but its direction was handed over to Pete Docter, who said, "I'll do it, but I have another idea altogether, which I think is better." This idea eventually became Inside Out, released in 2015.
I remember this.
Newt also had a similar plot to 2011's Rio, which for a while was rumored to be the main reason for its delays and soon cancellation.
3.
Dumbo 2. Dumbo 2 was a planned sequel to Disney's 1941 film Dumbo. It was supposed to be released in 2001, but was canceled by John Lasseter after becoming Chief Creative Officer at Walt Disney Animation Studios.
I got something to do with animals.
The film was to take place right after the events of the first film, with Dumbo, Timothy, and a lot of other circus baby animals having to find their way out of the big city after the circus train accidentally leaves them there. The only evidence of this film was the behind-the-scenes trailer. Other than that, the film has yet to be seen.
Man, creative as hell. Creative.
A Day with SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie. There's very little information about this direct-to-DVD movie. What we do know is that this was a mockumentary released by a company called Innovision Films, meaning it was not made by Nickelodeon. The plot involved a kid named Seth winning a contest called Spend a Day with SpongeBob. However, the day doesn't go quite as they planned, resulting in a hair-raising adventure. No trailers or even screen caps of the film can be found online.
Damn. Now that one right there, right there, like it could have potential to blow up too, man, for a short period of time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's real.
Toy Story, the Black Friday Reel. Before Toy Story ended up being the film we all know and love, Disney originally wanted it to be targeted more for adults. This early version is a lot less kid-friendly and more cynical and dark, with Woody being portrayed as more of a jerk. Disney wasn't so happy with this version, so it was scrapped and reworked into what Toy Story is today. It's not known how far this version got into production before being canceled, and only a small amount of the storyboard was revealed in the making of documentary.
Storyboards used to be so hard to create. I did cinematography when I was in college. That's what my major. You get this storyboard shit.
You deliberately threw both out the window.
I used to hate drawing that shit.
Cowboy, where is your honor, dirtbag? You are an absolute disgrace. You don't deserve to wear a 10-gallon hat on your pint-sized head. Men, search and rescue. I want a medevac team on the double. Hustle up. Move it, move it, move it.
Hey, Spuds for brains.
What
do you think you're doing? Off the bed. Hey, off the bed.
You gonna make us, Woody?
No, he is. Slinky. Slinky.
Slink is like,
do your job. Are you deaf? I said take care of them.
I'm sorry, Woody, but I have to agree with him. I don't think what you did was right.
Yeah, man. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, man. Hey, a lot of these shows could have had a lot of potential of blowing up, bro. It's still out there somewhere, bro. It's out there somewhere, but we just need to dig deep into it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of these films could have blew up drastically. You know what I'm saying? It could have a lot of potential. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you like to give a thumbs up, you don't give a thumbs down. You don't know why. I really don't care. Just you know what I'm saying? Yeah, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. I love y'all. Peace out.